Let's be honest. You're not broke because you don't have enough money. You're broke because you don't know how to say no. No to that late-night food delivery. No to the concert you couldn't afford. No to the new phone when your old one still works. Saying yes is easy. It gives you instant gratification. But learning to say no? That's where real financial power begins. Studies even show that people who practice delayed gratification, like in the famous Stanford marshmallow experiment, tend to have stronger financial habits later in life. The ability to pause, resist impulse, and choose the long-term benefit over the short-term thrill directly impacts your savings and investment growth. Every time you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else, whether you realize it or not. When you say yes to spending $80 at dinner, you're saying no to saving that $80 or investing it for your future. And here's the kicker. Even small amounts matter. If that $80 were invested monthly with an average 7% return, it could grow to nearly $13,890 in just 10 years. When you say yes to partying every weekend, you're saying no to building skills, building wealth, and building the life you actually want. Money doesn't disappear. It simply shifts direction, either toward your future or away from it. Starting to save just 10 to 15% of your income in your 20s can lead to almost double the wealth compared to waiting until your 30s. The earlier you start, the more compound interest and disciplined habits work in your favor. It's not about being cheap. It's about being clear. Clear about your goals, clear about your priorities, and clear about the fact that if you want to win later, you'll have to sacrifice now. Research shows that starting to save in your 20s gives your money more time to grow, which can create significantly more wealth than waiting until your 30s. The small, uncomfortable sacrifices you make today create exponential opportunities tomorrow. Peer pressure is real, especially in your 20s. Many people around you are upgrading their lifestyles or spending freely, which can make it feel like overspending is normal. But the reality is that living paycheck to paycheck and relying on credit is far more common than most people realize. In fact, recent surveys show that over 60% of millennials live paycheck to paycheck, often carrying thousands in high-interest debt. If you want an above-average life, you have to make above-average choices. And that starts with saying no when most people say yes. Choosing differently now doesn't make you weird. It makes you free. Every no today is a yes to your future. No, I don't need another streaming service. No, I'm not buying clothes just because they're on sale. No, I'm not going out just because it's Friday. These small decisions compound. They build discipline, and discipline builds freedom. The ability to say no is what separates those who stay broke from those who build wealth. Financial experts often emphasize that building wealth is a result of consistent, small financial decisions over time, rather than one single big choice. Research indicates that many Americans spend hundreds of dollars each year on subscription services they rarely use. Saying no to unnecessary spending isn't deprivation. It's a transfer of power back to your future self. So here's the question I want you to answer in the comments. What's one thing you know you need to start saying no to? Drop your answer below. You might inspire someone else to do the same. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. And we're here to help you take control.